If you're over 65 or you have parents or loved ones in that age group, there's something you urgently need to know. A habit that most of us consider essential for good hygiene and health might actually be silently harming seniors every single day. Yes, I'm talking about daily bathing. Did you ever think that something as simple, as routine as your daily bath, could be putting your life at risk? It's not easy to hear, especially for those of us who were raised to believe that cleanliness is next to godliness. But let me ask you this. What if that same habit, the one you learned as a child and carried faithfully into your golden years, is now quietly working against you? This isn't fear-mongering. It's a truth that more doctors and caregivers are finally starting to acknowledge. For people over 70, daily bathing may be doing more harm than good. It's not just about soap or water. It's about your skin, your circulation, your immune system, your balance, your independence. Let me introduce you to Margaret. She's 75, proud, graceful, fiercely independent. She spent her life caring for others, a nurse, a mother, a neighbor who always brought soup to the sick. She also bathed every day. It was her time to think, to breathe, to feel renewed. But over time, Margaret began to notice changes. Her legs itched constantly. She slipped once, stepping out of the tub. She felt dizzy more often. Her skin cracked. She didn't connect the dots. Until one day, during a routine checkup, her doctor asked her about her bathing habits. "Every day, without fail," she said proudly. He paused, then gently said, "Margaret, that may be part of the problem." She was stunned, embarrassed, even a little angry. But then he explained the science, and for the first time, she saw her daily ritual in a new light. Today, Margaret still bathes, but with intention, with care, with knowledge. And that's what I want to share with you now. If you or someone you love is over 70, this may be one of the most important wake-up calls you hear all year. Because the truth is, what kept us clean and strong in our 30s might quietly be wearing us down in our 70s. Let's talk about the 5 hidden dangers of daily bathing for older adults and the simple, powerful shifts you can make today to stay safe, clean, and in control. Now let's start with something most of us find comforting, a hot bath. It sounds so innocent, so healing, and in many ways it can be. But after 70, the relationship between your body and hot water becomes more complicated. Let me tell you about Harold. He's 82, a proud Korean War veteran, retired postman, always had a firm handshake and a quiet dignity about him. Every morning, Harold would rise at dawn and take a long soak in his clawfoot tub. It was his moment of peace, a way to soothe his knees and prepare for the day. But one winter morning, something went wrong. His daughter came to check on him and found him unconscious on the bathroom floor, halfway out of the tub. No sign of a stroke, no sign of a fall from clumsiness. The cause? A sudden drop in blood pressure, triggered by a hot bath. Here's what happened. As you age, your blood vessels don't expand and contract as efficiently. The system that regulates your heart rate and circulation slows down. Hot water causes your blood vessels to expand quickly, which drops your blood pressure. In someone younger, the body compensates fast. But in someone over 70, that compensation can come too late, leading to dizziness, fainting, falls, even heart strain. It's called orthostatic hypotension, and it's more common than you might think. Studies show that nearly 30% of seniors over 75 experience at least one episode of bath-related hypotension every winter. The scariest part? It often happens after the bath, when stepping out into a cooler room. The body goes into shock. Harold recovered, but he never bathed the same way again. So what can you do to stay safe? Here are 5 doctor-approved steps that could protect your heart and maybe even save your life. Keep the water warm, not hot. Aim for 98 to 102 degrees Fahrenheit, 37 to 39 degrees Celsius. Use a thermometer or test with the inside of your wrist. Limit your time to 10 minutes. That's long enough to relax, short enough to avoid strain. Drink a glass of water before and after bathing. Dehydration makes drops in blood pressure worse. Sit down while bathing. A sturdy shower chair adds safety and confidence. Don't bathe alone if you're feeling weak. Let someone know when you're in the bathroom or install a safety alert system. This isn't about fear, it's about freedom. Because when your bathing routine supports your health, you stay in charge of your day. You stay upright, you stay strong. Just like Harold and just like Margaret. They didn't give up their routines. They just gave them an upgrade. And now it's your turn. Stay with me, because in the next section, we'll talk about a daily habit that most people think keeps them clean, but may actually be breaking their skin wide open. And the next is the skin you're in. How daily washing damages aging skin. Our skin is our shield. It's our first defense against the outside world, against infection, dehydration, and injury. But as we age, that shield becomes thinner, drier, and far more vulnerable than most of us realize. Let me tell you about Helen. Helen is 79, a retired seamstress with a soft voice and an even softer heart. She used to say, "If I don't feel clean, I don't feel like myself." For decades, she took pride in her routines. Every day at sunrise, she bathed. Soap, hot water, a long scrub. It was her way of staying refreshed, renewed, ready. But over the past year, something changed. The itching started small, just her arms at first, then her back, then her legs. She tried lotions, ointments, different soaps. Nothing worked. She couldn't sleep. Her skin felt tight, rough, like dry paper. Finally, she sat in her doctor's office and whispered through tears, "I feel like I'm losing my skin. It's like it doesn't fit anymore." And that was the problem. You see, as we age, the glands in our skin slow down. They produce fewer natural oils, those precious lipids that lock in moisture and keep the skin supple. Combine that with hot water and harsh soaps, and you're stripping away what little protection remains. In Helen's case, her daily routine was unknowingly damaging her skin barrier. Microscopic cracks had formed across her legs and arms, and those tiny tears invited inflammation, bacteria, pain, sleeplessness. Helen's story isn't rare. Thousands of older adults suffer silently, believing dry, itchy, irritated skin is just part of aging. But the truth is, it's not inevitable. It's often preventable. Here's the shift we recommend, and the one that changed Helen's life. Reduce bath frequency to 2 to 3 times per week. Your skin needs time to replenish its oils. Daily scrubbing doesn't give it a chance. Use soap only where you truly need it. That means the underarms, groin, and feet, places prone to odor and bacteria. The rest of your body? Rinse with warm water and a soft cloth. Ditch the harsh stuff. Avoid strong, scented, or antibacterial soaps. Instead, look for pH-balanced cleansers with ingredients like glycerin or ceramides. These help maintain your skin's natural barrier. Follow the 3-minute rule. As soon as you finish your bath, pat your skin dry, don't rub, and apply moisturizer within 3 minutes. Damp skin absorbs moisture better. Choose moisturizers that matter. Look for formulas with hyaluronic acid, which draws water into the skin, and ceramides, which lock it in. Together, they soothe, heal, and protect. Think of this not just as skin care, but as skin defense, because your skin is your armor. And in your later years, keeping it intact means fewer infections, fewer sleepless nights, fewer painful doctor visits. Today, Helen still takes her baths, but they're gentler, slower, more nurturing. She calls them her healing moments. And for the first time in years, she sleeps through the night. So if you've been struggling with dryness, flaking, or unexplained itching, don't ignore it. Don't just tolerate it. It's your body's way of saying, "Please be gentler with me." Your skin is talking. Let's start listening. Next is a very important issue: bathroom falls and temperature troubles. Now let's talk about something far more dangerous and often more sudden. Bathroom falls. Every year, thousands of older adults end up in emergency rooms, not from accidents on icy sidewalks or cluttered stairwells, but from slips and collapses in the one place that should feel safest, the bathroom. Let me introduce you to George. George was 85, a retired mechanic, the kind of man who could still change a tire at 80 and didn't like asking for help. One afternoon after his usual bath, George stood up to reach for his towel. But the combination of warm water, slick tiles, and suddenly lowered blood pressure was too much. His leg gave out. He fell hard. 1 fractured hip, 2 surgeries, 4 months in rehabilitation. He never fully recovered. Before the fall, George walked to the diner every morning. After the fall, he used a walker and moved into assisted living. That one moment didn't just take his mobility, it took his independence. And here's the hard truth. 38% of all senior bathroom falls happen during or immediately after bathing. Falls are the leading cause of injury-related death in people over 65. A single hip fracture increases the risk of death within a year by up to 25%. But it's not just falls. There's another danger we rarely talk about: post-bath temperature shock. Aging bodies don't regulate temperature like they used to. After a warm bath, stepping into a cooler room, even just 10 degrees cooler, can send the body into a state of stress. Blood vessels constrict, blood pressure spikes, shivers set in. Some older adults even experience hypothermia without realizing it. So what can we do? Here are the life-saving steps every senior should take before and after a bath. Install non-slip mats inside and outside the tub. They're inexpensive, and they work. Add grab bars near the bath and toilet, not towel racks, real bars, anchored to studs. Always sit to bathe. A shower chair reduces fall risk by up to 90%. Dry off completely with a warm towel before stepping out. No damp feet on cold tiles. Avoid early morning or late night baths. Mid-afternoon is safest. Your body is warmer and more alert. Warm the bathroom before your bath. Use a space heater or close the door and run hot water to create steam. Drink a warm beverage after bathing. It helps bring your body back into balance. Never rush. Sit for a moment after your bath. Let your blood pressure stabilize before standing. Tell someone when you're bathing or keep a medical alert nearby. Independence is noble. Safety is wiser. George's daughter later said something that broke my heart. He didn't fall because he was careless. He fell because no one told him what could happen. So now I'm telling you, the bathroom doesn't have to be a battlefield. With the right habits, the right tools, and a little preparation, it can be a place of calm, comfort, and dignity. Because you deserve to move through every day with confidence, not caution. And as we head into the final truth, we'll look at something even more surprising: how being too clean might actually be weakening your immune system. Stay with me, because the truth is just getting started. And finally, your skin's secret army. Why being too clean can backfire, you probably haven't thought much about this. But your skin is home to millions of tiny helpers, tiny warriors, and their entire mission? To protect you. They're called the skin microbiome, a diverse army of beneficial bacteria that lives on the surface of your skin. They balance your pH, fight off invaders, reduce inflammation, and support your immune response. In short, they're your first defense and your most fragile. Now meet Linda. Linda is 84, a retired librarian, a sharp wit, and always impeccably groomed. Her house was spotless, her clothes pressed, and her hygiene routine flawless. Every morning she bathed, antibacterial soap, hot water, full body scrub, every day, without fail. But every winter, her skin told a different story. Red patches, burning sensations, cracks in the skin, infections that just wouldn't heal. She spent hundreds on creams, saw multiple dermatologists, and still, the cycle continued. Until one doctor looked at her hands and said, "Linda, you're too clean." She laughed at first, then cried. Because it wasn't neglect, it was care. But care in excess had turned harmful. You see, antibacterial soaps are designed to kill germs, but they don't distinguish between friend and foe. When Linda bathed daily with those harsh formulas, she was wiping out her microbiome, leaving her skin defenseless. So what did she do? She changed. She started bathing just 2 to 3 times a week. She tossed her antibacterial soap and switched to a gentle, unscented, pH-balanced cleanser. She began moisturizing daily, not just after baths. She bought a humidifier and kept it running to maintain 45% indoor humidity. And within weeks, everything changed. Her skin calmed. The redness faded. The cracks healed. The infections stopped. But more than that, Linda said something that stuck with me. For the first time in years, I feel comfortable in my own skin. So here's the truth. Being clean doesn't mean being scrubbed raw. It means being balanced. It means respecting the quiet work your body is doing to protect you and working with it, not against it. Quick tips to support your microbiome. Bathe less often. 2 to 3 times a week is enough for most seniors. Use gentle, microbiome-friendly cleansers. Look for ones with prebiotics or low pH. Moisturize daily, especially after bathing. Avoid antibacterial soaps unless medically necessary. Keep your home's air from drying out, especially in the winter. Your skin isn't just a surface, it's a system, a living, breathing shield. And if you protect it, it will protect you. Final thoughts is your clean routine should also be a safe one. Let's take a moment to breathe, to reflect. What you've just heard may go against everything you were taught, maybe even everything you believed. But here's the beautiful part of aging. It gives us the wisdom to adapt, the courage to question, the freedom to rewrite the rules. Yes, we grew up in a world that equated scrubbing with cleanliness and harsh soaps with health. But now we know better. We know that aging skin has different needs, that older muscles, bones, and immune systems require a gentler hand. We know that a too hot bath can affect your heart, daily soap can destroy your skin, a slip on wet tiles can alter your life, and being too clean can actually make you more vulnerable to illness. But knowledge isn't fear, knowledge is power. So I ask you, from one person who cares to another, which of these 5 truths surprised you the most? Was it Helen's skin, George's fall, Linda's discovery? Leave a comment below with the number that opened your eyes. Tell us what change you'll make today, because even one shift could mean better sleep, stronger skin, or a safer tomorrow. And if this video brought you clarity, comfort, or courage, please like it. Share it with someone you love. Subscribe for more stories and science made for wise, wonderful, seasoned souls like you. Here at Dear Seniors Life, we believe aging isn't the end of vitality, it's the beginning of living smarter. So take care of your skin, take care in your bathroom, and most of all, take care of yourself. You've earned it. Until next time, stay warm, stay well, and stay wise. We're rooting for you. With all our heart, Dear Seniors Life.